Hey everyone, this is your girl Danette from Sip and Speak the Tea with D&D. Unfortunately, Denise could not be here today, but hey, still have to show face, right? And we want to give condolences, prayers, and thoughts to one of our team members who recently lost one of their loved ones. So this has been a devastating time, but we give our thoughts, our prayers, our love, and condolences. Okay, you guys, let's get into this because, hey, I don't know what to really think, but I know you guys are following the P Diddy trial, right? I just can imagine. I know you guys are. Now, listen, what do you think? Do you think that P Diddy would get off or would he be convicted? My personal opinion, I kind of think he's going to get off. Here with me today is a special friend, and he's a friend of the team of Sip and Speak the Tea, and also a guest with me today, Mr. Alonso. Hey! So check this out. What is your opinion about the P Diddy trial? Do you think he'll get convicted?
I think so. And the reason why I say that is because he has a lot of people that's pretty much has the same status as he has that's not sticking up for him. And I feel like if they knew it wasn't going to fall through, they'll have something to say. But the fact that they're not speaking up and they're not assisting him in this matter, I believe that they know that it's probably a done one.
Okay, but I say if he gets convicted, he's going to take people down with him. And those names will be brought out, and they're all going to end up facing a trial. And I don't see that really happening because a lot of those people are like larger to him in his status. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't really see it. And I feel that there are people that really should have came forth or that should be testifying that really could put him away. And where are they? And I don't think that they will be testifying.
I mean, that's a powerful man, though. That's a powerful dude, and he's been doing it for a long time.
Right.
He also has friendships with some of those higher up people. But I feel like, without saying too much, a lot of us know how it goes.
Right.
You get that status and you get that position based on what you do. And, I feel like that's kind of like, what they use to like hold over your head. So I feel like it may be something that he was supposed to do that he didn't do, and now he's reaping the consequences for it.
Right. But when you say that they would just give him I look at it like they're giving him a good whooping right now. I look at it like, okay, you did something wrong. We're going to make you pay. But then once they feel that he has paid enough, he'll get bailed out of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I kind of, that's how I'm looking at it.
Do you think they would have did that whole Netflix series? It was a Netflix series or it's on Tubi, like the whole series of.
That's money. That's money.
I know.
And it's going to always be about money.
It's like they exposed him more.
And power. Right. But, exposure is exposure, whether if it's good or bad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about
they still earn money behind it.
Yeah. That's true.
So, what does that mean? You know what I mean? I'm just looking at it like, I think like people like LB Shore, or maybe even Jamie Foxx, the neighbor, people that have witnessed or had went through experiences with him that can really shut him down. Now, don't get me wrong, because of course the people who are testifying have also witnessed and have things done, by him as well. But yeah, but LB Shore is the main one. He is the main one in that neighbor. And I feel like, where are they? Why isn't this being brought forth?
Why you think they not?
You know,
coming forward and saying nothing.
I don't know, but then I know LB Short too. He will be putting out his book really soon, and it's gonna be a tell-all.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're afraid because something will happen, why would they even continue, or why would he continue to go as far as the tell-all in his book?
Think about it like this: why would somebody be afraid
and speaking
to
on
come
it
forward
on
and
his
speak
platform?
on a situation?
Okay, wait, say that again.
I said, think about it like this: why would somebody be afraid to come forth and speak on a situation?
They're afraid because of their life being in danger.
That, or they may have had something to do.
With it as well. That's true.
And they're like, look, homie,
that's true.
You got caught. Yeah, we did it together, but you got caught, and I'm not speaking on none of that and putting myself in it.
That's true. Now I didn't look at it like
so
that.
So it's two ways, You're making me scared, but we talking
now
about
you brought
that
out. You making me think about that now.
We have people that have the same status as he does, or higher status than he does. That's not speaking up. That could be, and
but they're all
like,
guilty, and I do believe that they
all
all have guilt. They all have guilt.
They all party.
They all are party, or
yeah, they all party.
have done something that they know they shouldn't have done.
Or witnessed it and allowed it.
Right.
And that's just as guilty.
Right. If we witnessed it, that make you party to a crime. Yeah. Exactly.
And they like, look, homie, you got caught. You ain't putting us in this, and we can't help you.
Right. Well, I don't know. I just don't know how to look at this, you guys. I just hope that he actually gets convicted, but I don't want him to just get a little pat on the hand. You know, if y'all just gonna give him, 5 or 10 years? Or did they say 10 or 15 years or something like that? Maybe. But, I mean, if that's the case, like, what?
Yeah, because, I mean, the charges that they hitting him with, it ain't like it's something new on earth. They've been doing this. He just so happened to get exposed and caught.
They have.
So they have to do something to him. Which I get why you say, is it going to be long term or short term? But at the end of the day, the industry been doing that. It's nothing new.
They have.
Diddy was just one of the, one of the puppets that they had doing it.
I think Diddy just got too far carried away and got a little sloppy. More big-headed, and he just took away.
Felt untouchable.
Yeah.
And that's why he's in the position that he's in now. They're like, look, homie, you did too much, and now you got exposed, and we can't be a part of that. Because if we be a part of that, we all going down.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
And like you said, it's money. It's all money.
It's all about money. All about money behind it. I don't know. But I do hope he gets a conviction. I hope many others get tore down and get convicted as well. I mean, it needs to stop. But I'm going to put it this way. I don't know so much about the people that are the puppets, the ones that the high least that's controlling everything. Those are the people that needs to fall. Those are the people that needs to get convicted. I don't never see that happening because they have all the control. But yeah, those are the ones that need to get convicted. Because if you think about it, although you may have several people may go down to get convicted, right? It's not going to end.
But you got to think about it.
Because they're just going to manipulate, bring in the newcomers, the new talent, and do them the same way.
They usually say, once you get the big fish, you get the small ones as well. But in this situation, getting all the little fish and all the little people, eventually it's going to be that one person that's going to tell it all. Like, look, if I'm going down for this, we all going down for this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because usually they say you get the big guy, you get the rest of the little small ones.
Right. But do you think that they will actually get the main ones, the high elites that is controlling everything?
Probably not, because they're going to lock them up before they get a chance. And they're going to silence them before they get a chance to even speak on their names. That's why a lot of his higher up friends is not helping him, because they're like.
But even if they get locked up, you mean becoming unalived eventually, because if I'm locked up, I still can speak.
Yeah, that could be. Or isolation. You ain't in public. You by yourself. Your own little cell, your own little community. You good. It's just you.
And but if you're still alive though, you still have that right to speak, and you could say, okay, I'm ready to give up a name.
Yeah, but you got to think about it. These higher up people run all of that. They running the judicial system. They're running the news. They're running entertainment. They're the ones. They're the ones that's putting these stories out. So they pick and choose what they want to put out. It ain't like these stories just randomly came out. They're giving this small information, like you said, money.
They're allowing it. They're allowing it to happen and to be told.
Yeah. And if they do do it small, short time, then like you said, they're making an example out of them. We're gonna torture you, punish you a little bit until we get to the fall in line. Which it could, like I said, it could have been something that he was supposed to do,
right?
That he didn't do, and then they're holding him accountable for that.
Wow. I don't know.
So like I said, we'll see.
This is just going to be really interesting to me to see how this is going to fall.
Yep.
I honestly don't know, but man, I just can't wait to the end to see which way this is going, and to see if anyone else is going to get hit and end up having to face a trial. I mean, we know what's coming up with Smokey Robinson. We know about these, his the housemaids or whatever you call them. Well, they all of a sudden now they're coming out from over the years with the assault.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they've been
him
doing
and
this
the wife
since like the Elvis days. They've been doing this, right? So it's just like
it's nothing new, but it's just
new. It's just like
being
you said,
exposed.
you get sloppy with it, and you messed up.
Yeah, but I think that all his servants, they were all immigrants, and I think a lot of them speaking out now probably have to do with Trump being in office now, and being afraid of being deported, and not having money, a nice lump sum of money, because hey, let's face it, if it was to come out and they're in fear of getting deported, I would probably do the same thing.
Hold on, wait. I got some information.
Right. Let me tell y'all what I've been throughout all these years. Yep. Because in actuality, you could have left. Yep. You didn't have to stay in the situation. Yeah. Yep. The other ones that he had before the ones he have now, they left. And I think they had a gag order and got paid. So if they could have did that, you could have did that too. You know what I mean? But instead you sit there, go through go through that situation. And now you're coming out, and I think this is just the right timing, because now you may be facing deportation. So, hey, I mean, there's different ways you can look at it, but that's kind of like how I look at it. But shame on Smokey Robinson, because I love me some Smokey. I love that music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I really hate that, because you really love some of the music. I'm not big on rap. I'm not big on the lyrics. The beat, I love the beats, the dance to and stuff. But them words, I make up my own words. I don't like the words. I'm not with that at all. I don't like how we talk towards one another, how we, the name calling of each other, the things that we say. That's not me. I never been one and big on that. I don't like that, but they think that that's the black culture thing. I think it's still a line of disrespect of us disrespecting each other. And we always say, well, the white man can't say that to us, or that person can't say that to us, but we could say it because we both.
Yeah, they don't black. Like it either. They just make money off of it.
So I don't like it. And I hate this too. I hate when women refer to themselves and other women as bees, as itches. And I don't like that. Like, no, okay, that's a female dog. I'm not a female dog. I'm not gonna call you a female dog. You know what I'm saying? But I hate when be like, yeah, my man was cheating on me with another itch. And I'll be like, why would you say another itch? That means you're calling yourself an itch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no. You know. Like, I just don't agree with that. I don't like stuff like that, but people do it all the time. In and out, all day, all night. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they speak, and they cool with it. So, but me, please don't call me an itch. Don't do that. Well, if you know, probably if you don't like me or something, you probably will. But that's okay. That's, you know, yeah, like, don't do that. But, yeah, but back to it, though. I just, you know, can't wait to see how things is going to turn out. And just kind of getting off of that, but there's just been a lot of devastation in the world. So much is going on and so much is taking place. And I just, oh my God, it's scary. It's just so scary to me. I'm scared now to get on a plane. I have to be like that viral video that went out with the lady when she putting the oil on the plane, praying.
Yeah.
Like, it's just something out here.
And it wasn't just one. It was a couple of them going down. So
Yeah, back to back.
yeah,
I know.
No planes for me.
And you know what I noticed? A lot of it has been with American Airlines. If it wasn't a private plane, it was American Airlines with the fires and the crashing. All American Airlines. And is that something? And it was so crazy because my daughter went out of town and she was on American Airlines. And while she was gone, while another American airline plane, I think it was in New York. Where was it? Was it New York? Well, don't quote me on that, but crashed. And I was like, oh my God, that was so scary. And I said, why is it, what is it with American Airlines?
But nobody was unalived, right, from these crashes?
I think there was.
Oh, okay.
And some, I get them confused because some, I know the private ones, people were unalived.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was like one was in a helicopter. Was that a helicopter? But yeah.
Keep me on the ground.
You know, I mean, I still get on the plane,
Yeah,
but
I
it just
get
take a
around.
lot of prayer and stuff. And I think I won't be flying American, you know.
No, for real, yeah.
It can still happen on anyone. But hey, let's just face it. We in a days to where so much is happening, whether if you're on ground, in air, or whatever. You know, it just don't even make a difference. You know, people don't care anymore about lives of other people.
No.
Crime is shooting up like crazy.
Yep, in that case, they prayed up. For real.
Right.
Yeah.
You have
For
to.
real.
Like, I need to carry me a miniature Bible and keep it on me at all times. But, you know, the key thing is walking by faith.
Yeah.
Walking by faith.
Yeah.
That's what we have to do. So, and I could actually say every day I walk by faith. I can say that because I have, and people look at me and say, hey, you know, you're not sick. There's nothing wrong with you. But yes, I do. I have a couple of chronic illnesses and diseases. And I have one that's RSD, which is a reflex sympathetic dystrophy, right? And I could be walking and just like fall. You know, like that's crazy. But like my whole right side of my body could just go at any given time. Like even while I'm right here just talking to you, I could just go limp. You know, and this, you know, there are other things too. And they always tell me I'm supposed to have my cell phone on me at all times. And I should always have either a walker or a cane. I should never walk without it. But at times I do, because you don't want to feel different. you know what I'm saying, or feel like you have a type of handicap or anything to that nature. And I just try to be just as normal or as active and look the same as, the next person, or, so that's what I do. And I look at it as just, I walk by faith. And I'll be like, and sometimes when I'm hurting or I feel like my body about to give or something, and I'll be like, oh God, just let me make it. Just let me make it over to the chair. Or let me make it over to the couch, or something like, oh, I know I need to sit down now or something like that. But, I mean, yeah, it's life. But, hey.
You're a fighter.
It is. Yeah, we just got to keep on keeping on, keep on living. Life, you're going to have those difficult moments, hard times in life. It's a part of life, right? So, but we just got to push through those times, those difficult times, right?
Exactly. I agree 100%.
Okay. Well, people, we just wanted to show face today. I hope y'all enjoyed the conversation, and let us know what you think about the Diddy trial. Hit those comments, and hey, share with us. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about what's happening in this world today with the airplanes and the crime? Just
the Diddies.
Yes, all of it in the above. We want to hear from you. Again, this is your girl Danette with Sip and Speak the Tea, and our special guest
Alonso.
All right, catch you guys next time. Stay tuned in. We'll be back.